back with the Outlander Sport today. We got some POR-15 caliper paint in the color yellow. So we're going to be painting the front and rear calipers yellow. First time testing this out. Looks like a pretty good product, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so we're just going to go over our parts really quick. So we got obviously our caliper paint, screwdriver to open the container. Gotta go grab something to stir this with. We have a couple of brushes as well as a toothbrush to clean the calipers up, some brake cleaner, paper towels, and then to apply the caliper paint, we're going to be painting it on by hand with a brush. So we got some nice medium bristled brushes, so that way we can paint it on by hand. Alright, so we got all of our rims off, so we're just going to lightly hit the calipers with some brake clean, and then we're just going to use two different brushes to just get off any debris. These calipers are pretty clean, so they're not going to take too much. Dry off any excess with the paper towel, and then use some masking tape to tape up the little rubber boots for the slide pins for the caliper. Yeah, and since we're painted by hand, we're not going to really worry about getting any on the pads or the rotor or anything, because just going to paint it all by hand, and it'll be pretty good. Alrighty, so we got all of our calipers cleaned off, taped off the little rubber boots for the slides. So we're going to start with a bigger brush. It says to apply the first coat in thin but even layers, so we're going to do a nice thin first coat, and it's supposed to sit, it says 3 to 4 hours, so depending on how late it gets tonight, we'll see if we get our second coat in. And then after the second coat, the entire thing has to sit for 24 hours for it to fully cure and dry on to get that ceramic-like finish. So we're going to get started here, and we'll check back if anything fun happens. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so we got second coat done all around on all 4 calipers. So now we're going to put the rims back on, lower the car down so that way I don't leave it on jack stands overnight. And we'll do one more coat in the morning, and then we'll let it set for the final cure. Alright, so we just finished up the third coat of the paint on all of the calipers. All the other rims are back on, so I'm going to put this rim back on, lower the car down, and let it sit for 24 hours so that way the paint fully cures. And then left, I mean, I didn't even use like a quarter of the can, so most people say you can do 3 to 4 cars with that, and I would say that's definitely true because I did 3 coats and it only recommends 2. Yeah, so we'll get this down, and then we're gonna let it cure for 24 hours. Alright, so here is the final look. The paint has sat for over 24 hours now. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. Nice, very bright yellow pop. Feels very smooth. Looks like it's brand new. Get it on both sides, front and back. Really sticks out with the yellow fog lights now. Looks awesome. To wrap this video up, I attached a photo of the midway process after the second coat of paint had been done. The car's still on the jack stands right before I put the rims back on to set it down for the night to let that set. And then we're going to go to a close-up picture of the caliper. The only thing I wish I had done differently was to tape off the rotor just a little bit more. You can see there's a little bit of excess paint on the rotor. But in the next photo, you're going to see that you can't really even tell once the rims are on. And any other excess is really just going to go away whenever I have to do a brake job on this car. And then the last photo, we're going to end with the thumbnail photo. It's just a nice shot overall of the car. I'm very happy with how this turned out, and it's going to be interesting just to see the longevity and how well this product really lasts. Alright, thanks for taking the time to watch, and I hope you enjoyed it.